Since James and I are having a hard time finding a time to get together to do this, I thought I would just record something from my home office here and talk to you a bit about how I'm handling this COVID-19 situation as a spiritual director. One of the main reasons people come to spiritual direction is to talk about where is God in the midst of all of this. I don't have any Yoda-like, wisdom on that. In fact, I'm even having trouble, doing the Mr. Rogers thing, looking for the helpers right now. I'm just a fellow traveler or a person sequestered at this time, trying to do the best I can, trying to be with people in their pain and suffering and their questions and their anxiety. And so that's what I've been doing since we were told to stay indoors as much as possible. All I know is this. We can't spiritually bypass this thing. Spiritual bypassing is when you use spirituality, prayer, meditation, or some other practice to numb the pain that you're feeling. We have to feel the pain. We have to let it move through us. We can't fall into it and get stuck in it, but we do have to feel it. So if you're really quick to jump to like, where's all the good in this and look at all the good that can happen, I just encourage you to hold off on that. There's good in everything. But if you're feeling anger, pain, suffering, grief, any of that, anxiety, let yourself feel it and pray with it and move with it. If you can meditate or do silent prayer, that's great. If you can't, that's okay too. I know a lot of spiritual professionals make like silence is the highest form of prayer, but it's really not. It's whatever way that you pray best. So if you need to sing or dance or write in your journal or simply sit and say words to God, that's fine. If you need to cry and scream to God, that's okay too. That's very biblical. People have been doing it for centuries. Take advantage of the online helps as well if you need them to pray or meditate. I like Insight Timer. I have a few recorded meditations that I've done on Insight Timer. It's free. You can download it to your phone. But there's also Calm, there's Headspace, and then sacredspace.ie out of Ireland, Jesuits out of Ireland. They put the daily lectionary on a phone app. So sometimes I go and read that. It'll have some helps for praying and even some points for you to be thinking about. So I find those very helpful as well. Go outside, take a walk, run if you like to run. You don't have to get close to people. My daily walks have really been a lifesaver for me because I've been seeing people for spiritual direction here in this office, sitting for hours and hours on Zoom or Skype, and it's tiring just on my body. And so I really look forward to my walks every day. And so I get out, and if you need something to keep your mind busy when you're walking, you can listen to music, or I found some podcasts that I enjoy listening to, and it makes the time kind of pass. I don't think about exercising, I'm just doing it. Definitely during this time, lean on your dream team. That's what I call my therapist, my spiritual director. If you have a life coach, clergy, chaplain, anybody that is a real good, with trusted friends that'll listen. Those are my dream team. And I check in with them if I need to, a little more than I was doing before, because they can support us, and then they have their own dream teams. And so we're all in this big dream team experience together. Now, this is a tough one. Know when to say when with the news reports. I would never tell anyone not to listen to the news or watch the news, because it's really important in this time to know what's going on. I mean, it's real and it's happening. But if you find yourself obsessively reading so many articles, like on your phone, on CNN, that you're reading the same ones over and over and you're getting really upset, it's time to put the phone down or turn the TV off and just take a break, because we only need so much. And really only so much happens, you know, in a day. It's happening fast, but you can catch up pretty quickly. You know the rest: eat well, rest, sleep, take care of yourself, do the things that make you happy. You know, life just goes on, even as we shelter in place. On Saturday, my elder cat, she's 20 years old, Tabitha, went blind and deaf, like all of a sudden. And so, of course, I took her to the vet, and the vet said, well, she seems perfectly okay otherwise. We don't know exactly what it is. So she's making that adjustment. We're making that adjustment. Life goes on. So take care of what you have to take care of, while also keeping your physical distance from people. I think it's really important. You know, forget what the politicians are saying. Listen to the medical experts, the epidemiologists. If they say to keep a distance from people, then do that. You know, what can it hurt? As long as you stay in touch with people through phone or online, notes and cards, that sort of thing, as long as you're being social and socially close. And, you know, we can go to church on Facebook Live here at First Church. Check in with your friends. You know, as long as we do that, we will hopefully flatten the curve and get through this. Also, you know, I'm doing a lot of spiritual direction, and for people at First Church and their friends, friends of First Church, if you need to talk, if you need someone who will simply listen and sit with you and be with you and pray with you, let me know. Shoot me an email, Teresa, Teresa, at Teresa Blythe, and Blythe is BLYTHE.net. And I'm doing that, you know, gratis, free, complimentary to members of First Church and friends of First Church for 30 minutes at a time. I do have the time to do that. So if you need it, definitely take advantage of that. Well, it's been good to check in with you, and I'm just so proud of First Church and all the ways we are hanging in there, and hope to see you all face to face as soon as is safe. Thanks. Bye-bye.